I hope that comes through.
They probably won't.
All right.
I gotta wait for the symbol. The symbol.
Surprisingly on brand for the podcast.
Oh, there it is. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 13th View podcast, the briefing room, episode 31, Pot of Beans. I'm Captain Takeda Hideyoshi, the company commander of the 13th, call sign Lotus Actual.
I am Ensign White.
First Lieutenant Soccer. Oh, okay. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Soccer. I'm Ensign White from EMC.
Soccer, that's you. That's you.
Okay. First Lieutenant Soccer to my XO.
Second Lieutenant Veebs to my SDCO.
First Sergeant
Second
Yogi.
Lieutenant.
Well, okay.
Oh.
We're doing the officer first. God damn it!
We forgot how to count here. It's okay.
It's because the guest. I thought it's the guest.
Charlie, then Yogi, then
there you
Ace,
go.
then Crow. There you go.
Second Lieutenant Charlie, Apollo platoon leader.
First Sergeant Yogi, Senior Enlisted Advisor.
Amateurs. Gunnery Sergeant Ace, Admin, Enlisted Advisor.
It's because you're last.
Agent 3 Daniel Crow, EMC, call sign Nevermore.
Alrighty then. That is a just a great
And
intro.
Yeah.
That is-
And
Ever
intro.
interject the fucking guest in the middle?
yeah.
I know he's an officer. Love you to death, Charlie. Lizzie. However, what the fuck?
I think I went over the list while you were gone, which occurs
Yeah,
to me.
Yogi was
That's
there.
like,
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
totally tracks.
It
All
doesn't
right.
help that
So
Knight also
future precedent. Guests, no matter their rank, will introduce themselves last. Got it. All right, we'll fix that in the fucking future. I think it's just always been apparent we've never had somebody literally of Charlie's rank in here as a guest, so that's probably also.
We never
just
had
a-
anyone higher than E7. I
Yeah.
think.
The goal is to try to always, get the guys on the lower side of things, but I think tonight it's a good thing of, just going about it. With that being said, welcome you two, Charlie, Crow. Two different ends of the unit with two drastically different jobs and roles. Welcome on. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns before we kind of kick this full thing off? Any details or curiosities or notes you want to pass along to us or the unit?
No, I'm all good.
All right.
I'm pretty well golden.
All right, cool. In terms of general announcements for those who are watching, we're starting off pretty good into the campaign. Sadly, I was not able to make that first weekend. I did hear from the rest of the unit that it was pretty damn good. So hopefully the rest of you guys, if you missed it, get a chance to get in on the action, as we are now back into our full regular training rotation for the year of 2026. So no more weird training the weekends. This Friday will be a Friday FTX followed by a normal op rotation. And I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Crow, next week is the start of the Force Recon or MARSOC ops on Thursdays, correct?
Double check calendar. I do believe you are correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Starting next week.
All right, sick. So for those of you who are looking towards recon benefits, whether or not you're donating through the Patreon, if you're looking to get those through being just active for those recon days, they are coming back. It's always a little awkward when the new campaign starts off. New campaign, new book, and new Zeus's. So that's something to definitely get into and talk about for a little bit. That's all I've got in terms of just general unit announcements. I'll pass it off here to Tuma, Mr. Soccer and Beeves. Do you guys have anything Tuma or S3 related?
S3
sorry.
related. Got a few things. The custom vests have been out. We're starting to work on custom patches now. So it'll go command staff, officers, SNCOs in like the first batch, then 1 year plus guys. Then it'll open up all custom gear to NCOs and above. So it'll no longer be minimum of 1 year or I believe it's SNCO officer. It'll just be, if you're an NCO, you could be an NCO somehow 2 weeks in the unit, and you'll get some custom stuff, what you put in. Crow has been working on dress uniforms that are out. They should be updated in the arsenal now. So right now, if you have a garrison, you should have a custom dress uniform. It's only for the alphas right now. We're working on the deltas, but that's going to be a separate thing that's going to have to come later. Other than that, that's all I have for S3. Pro Vs, do y'all have anything?
Yeah, I
I
don't-
the alphas.
Yeah, talk about that first, Corin, then I'll talk about mine.
No, that's something you already went over. A couple of the people in the unit, most people who qualify should have their alphas in. It's been sent over towards soccer, so that's pretty cool.
Cool. And then just from me, it's the S3 and Tuma thing. Tuma pilots are going to have more functionality in the airframes now, so the mod that we use for marking targets on the map and stuff, I've elevated, I guess you can say, and I've got more specific marks that we can now use, and our helicopters can also use that same mod now, which was previously only available for jets, so it gives them more functionality as well. So, pretty cool.
Oh yeah. White, can you turn down the music just a little bit for the background? I think it's a little too loud. Also, hi to everybody in the chat. I do believe we've got Reed and I think that's Skeggs. Yeah, Reed and Skeggs in the chat right there. The two little bean boys. Okay. Yeah, exciting news, especially with the alphas coming out. New posts and links coming out about possibly Arma 4's potential release coming in next year. I personally, we talked about the website being posted and the official, marker from them on that website. So looks to be legit, sounds legit. I've been told the website's apparently been up for the last 6 months. I've literally never seen it every time I've Googled Arma 4. So maybe they just got enough traffic for it to be normal Google mainstream, however that works. To those of you who might be confused as to why the podcast have moved to its own separate YouTube channel, a lot of research was done by a couple of guys in the S1 media team that basically said, due to YouTube's algorithm and analytics, for whatever reason, YouTube channels that have regular content along with podcasting content reduces the, I guess, outreach. I'm not exactly sure on the verbiage, but I trust the guys in S1 Media to do their job, do their research. So now that is currently why they're now separated. So you can still find all the old podcasts on the main 13th, which has all the independent videos in this month on the 13th. But any and all podcasts will be coming from this YouTube channel specifically. So like, subscribe, comment, interact with the video. We try to answer you guys as we go along here. That's the general gist of everything in terms of just more announcements to throw at you guys.
I do have one announcement as well, Cap.
Go for it.
The Valkyrie program will be submitted today or tonight, maybe tomorrow, for approval from the rest of command staff, and then we'll be looking for candidates for that.
There you go. Those additional announcements, Yogi, Ace, do you guys have anything SCA or AAA side to pass down?
Yeah. Not too much to mention. I already made announcements about it. The changes to recon benefits with the Spear and XM250. Those have moved back to recon benefits, so if you don't have it, please don't use it, or you'll get checked and get a strike against you, however S4 does that. So please don't use the Spear unless you have recon benefits. Same thing with XM250 and other stuff, along with other changes with the announcement made last week. God, I don't know why I'm coughing so much. Other than that, I don't have much. A couple of docs coming out here soon. A couple of new SOPs maybe. So still need to get them finalized. That's about it.
All right. Yogi, do you have anything?
Nothing them.
Okay. So, I'm gonna dive into this here real quick. A lot of the podcasts that has the command staff on it has talked about consistently throughout the years of, what it was like for people coming through the pipeline. What are their different experiences with Milsim, and how that perspective has either changed and shifted through the years of your time in Milsim, whether in or out of the 13th. So with kind of that being like the forefront, I guess I'll ask it to Crow and then to Charlie. What has that experience been like for as long as you guys have been with the 13th? What was it like coming, into the unit, seeing how the unit ran, and what made you, make the choice of going through leadership and basically doing everything else thereafter? So Crow, I'll start with you.
To kind of answer, I'm going to be a little bit of I suppose background. I've been playing Arma for a multitude of years, and in that, I kind of saw the rise and fall of a lot of like serious milsims. So I was introduced via Reed, because he and I were in another unit together, and he said, "Yeah, this unit's actually kind of serious. They have their joke around moment, smoke and joke, but that's when it's time to get down to it. It's time to get down to it." I was like, "Okay, sure, whatever." I didn't really think too much of it because again, I'm seeing the rise and fall of serious units. But he said, "There's a GWI this weekend." I said, "What the hell is that?" He told me what it was. I said, "Send me an invite." So I joined. I did not get a BCT until after the GWI. Still with the GWI, had a ton of fun. Went through BCT, got my Corvin call, did the op, was a lot of fun. It was actually a breath of freshness into being in a serious milsim again for the first time in like 6 years. So a few weeks post that, I started saying, I'm actually having fun. Fuck it. I'm gonna see what I can do to actually start kind of helping, because I know how to do scripting, I know how to do map development, etc. and so forth. So I started looking into pipelines, started looking at staff shops, and it just kind of took off from there.
Okay. Charlie, what about you? What was that? I guess my question was a little long-winded, so Charlie, for you, just so in case you didn't hear it, what was it like for you coming into the 13th? What got you into it? What made you stay? What was that intro like for you when you came into it?
So I'd played console forever, and then I finally get this PC, and I'd heard about Arma. I'd played like DayZ and some of the other shit that spun off of it. So I really wanted to get into Arma, get this game, and bounced between about 4 different milsims. None of them, I'm not gonna say none of them were bad, but they all had their pros and cons. And then kind of scrolling through, I see Marine Corps milsim. I'm like, oorah, okay. Clicked into it, and there's this guy named Joe. Shout out Lance Corporal Joe if you're ever gonna watch this. He mistaked me and Kai for like having joined together, and so me and Kai were just like, all right, full sudden we're gonna be friends now, since that's what everybody thinks. So from there, it was just like the weirdest combination of being A, my first time being part of like a legitimate gaming community, B, first time being involved in milsim on like a PC, like real, not Battlefield 3 type of thing. And honestly, what kept me around in the beginning was just like there were a bunch of really cool people in my squad, and it was kind of fun. And then I started to get appreciation and respect for the amount of stuff that's been done on the admin side and like keeps us running and things like that. And yeah, kept just following the pathway of what needed done, and ended up here.
Okay. Now, I'm going to be bouncing between you guys here, but Crow, you talked about your kind of like intro and background into just milsim in general. There's always that kind of weird moment for a lot of people where they really solidify themselves as just, a member nonetheless is important, but they don't become a member of leadership. What for you was the defining moment that made you want to be like, yeah, I want to become a leader? Because obviously compared to other units and to other organizations, I'd say it's fairly stringent here. I mean, again, we're not super hardcore oorah, yes sir, no sir, but for you, what was the factor in, yeah, you want to be a leader here?
Ironically, that's one of the major components. I'm the type of person where if I'm going to put my time and effort into something, I'm going to go somewhere with it. So I decided I'm going to put my time and effort in the 13th. That means I'm going to go somewhere in the 13th. And part of that compulsion came from there's a challenge to it. There's an actual set of rules, a set of regs, a set of, you must do this in order to achieve X and Y. That, okay, that's a goalpost. I can do that. I can hit that. So it's literally just I want to invest my time. I want to go somewhere.
Okay. Was there ever a moment that defined that aspect for you? Like, can you think of a singular instance, or is there just too much? Is there too much of a single thing to say, like, this is what made me choose this?
I don't think there's any like singular defining moment, so much as just a cumulative factors.
Okay. Charlie, for you, same thing, right? Talked about your history, talked about coming into it. But what made you go through the leadership stuff? What made you get to this point in the unit to where you're now the platoon commander of the infantry side?
One of my favorite things about the 13th is also one of the things that new members kind of have to get over. It's a little bit of a hurdle. The moment that you walk into this unit, everybody's going to be friendly. Nobody's going to like push you out, treat you like crap, whatever. We'll accept anybody and everybody. Just bring yourself and have some fun, right? But we are reserved on who we put a ton of time into, because people do kind of cycle through milsim units, and it just is what it is. Everybody's looking for their, the unit for them. So for me, I think this is based on the old school promotion pathway where you completed SOI, made it to PFC, and then when you did AIM-T, you made it to Lance Corporal. I just kind of got so I just took a random stab in the dark and was like, I'm gonna try AIM-C and AIM-T and see how this goes. And it was rocky, but I was like, okay, I really like this. It's like that point is when the whole unit kind of opens up to you, and it's not that everybody's been like rude or ignoring you, but that's like kind of the point where you end up on everybody's radar and you realize how deep the community in the 13th actually goes, if that makes sense. Maybe that was like a unique experience for me, but I think that was the point where I was like, okay, I like it here. I'm gonna keep working for this.
Yeah, no, I can totally empathize with that aspect of how you see things, because it's certainly to an extent how I see things, especially with there's always that, at least as we've come to know it, there's a quote unquote, like big air quotes, a defining moment for people who come in where they, this is enough for me, right? They make it to PFC or Lance Corporal, and for them that's enough. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. To those members who are watching who are E2s, E3s, if that is your thing and you have fun with that, you don't want to be in charge, that's fine. Because if we were just a unit full of leaders, there'd be no one to fucking lead, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but I think the interesting part is there is that other dynamic underneath that is, you become a leader, and as you said, Charlie, it opens up this whole other part of the unit. And I think that's solely because, if you're going into leadership, you don't have a choice but to become super tied with all these people that you constantly have to work with and communicate with, and especially dealing with other leaders and other elements, because this isn't a I tell you what to do, you do it. It's especially if it's like a staff shop related thing, you have to navigate that bureaucracy, right? But that's kind of the whole shtick of it, of being a leader and working in an organization as large as the 13th is. So yeah, I definitely agree with that, and I've enjoyed like hearing y'all's perspective on things. Now, something we normally ask every now and then, and it's been a little bit, but as you guys are currently within the unit as the, an NCO within EMC and the PL of Apollo, Are there any things that you guys would have changed or would change currently within the 13th? Whether that be like paperwork, admin, or just the flow of something? I'll start off with you, Crow.
Change is a hard way to say. Because there's always going to be things that change because things modernize. I don't think there's anything that I think is wrong and needs change, so much is just developing, like, from an S7 perspective, developing documents, developing SOP, developing how we train people, how we teach people, how we do things in ops. I think there's a lot to develop. I don't think there's much to change, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Charlie, what about you?
Not to directly parry what Bruce said, but I don't think that we're doing anything like glaringly wrong, and I don't think that Crow and I would be doing our jobs if we waited until this moment to say what we didn't like about things. No, I'm very happy with the current momentum that the unit has.
We're gonna wait until the podcast to air all of our grievances.
Yeah, right.
That's
Let me just add this random
be like
some random
yeah,
E2's
just-
getting lit up on a podcast.
Yeah, Michael, you're fucked. You're next.
like, who's Michael? Fuck. Yeah, no,
You mean me.
that's fair. No. Oh, shout out to what do we got? We got Vesperi, Neo, Pleb, and Vigil. Oh, hello, Hungary. Also, to those who aren't watching, this is literally Veeb's like first fucking podcast. He has not been on a
Yeah.
podcast because he's on the
Same
wrong side of the
Veebs.
planet. Like,
Oh, you
come
mean the
on
right
now,
side,
guy.
buddy. Okay.
Ah,
You don't want to hang from the
Correct.
ceiling? Come on.
listen
No,
to
you're
said
upside
guy. Yeah, you're literally upside down right now. I don't want to hear it.
You wish you could ride
Right.
a kangaroo. Just
Hey, Veeves,
Alright,
what's the
it's-
last letter of the alphabet, buddy?
A.
You know what?
What?
That's
Well,
That's
well, it's
backwards.
a-
You get it?
It's
You get
four.
it? Because I'm upside down.
Demoted.
Yeah, whatever. It's someone for you. You're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. Get it back. So, I've asked a few of my questions a little bit. I'm going to open the floor here to the rest of the command staff. Do you guys have anything? Any questions that you'd like to ask of Crow or Charlie, whether specific to them or to what they do? Good talk, guys.
Crow get promoted.
Crow get
Like I have a
promoted.
choice in that.
Do
White,
better,
file
man.
my thing.
just do better.
It's
I
kind of,
actually just
it's kind of
submitted a
hard.
demotion recommendation.
It's hard because we see them in action all the time, so it's like,
Mhm.
what can we ask that we don't already know?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm always
What,
watching
what
Charlie.
can we talk about?
So Crow, honestly, I got your promotion, promotion paperwork, your demotion paperwork put in.
Oh, well.
Freedom!
Shit.
Hey,
Oh no.
Freedom.
I'm
about fucking time.
I'm demoting you just so you cannot Zeus anymore.
Oof.
That's crazy.
No.
I will
That
say it's
is
really funny.
crazy.
I was in open mess the other day, and someone said, "Yeah, Crow's demoted HM2 because they didn't understand how naval ranks worked."
Oh my god!
I don't remember who it was, but I was losing my shit at it because it was so fucking funny to me.
Thanks, bud.
Oh.
Anytime I demote you, it's either HM4 or HR. You go to imaginary
okay,
rank or straight
Viper.
to the bottom.
Viper, if you're gonna quote me, at least be right
Yeah.
about who quoted it. It was
Yeah, you
Crow.
got the
It wasn't
right
even
guy,
me.
That's
This
crazy.
fucking guy. Oh my goodness, these damn med runners. Anyway, different universe. So with that, I'll just keep going then. Bug it, Crow.
Do it live.
We'll do it live.
Fuck.
We'll do it live. Crow. So you're now officially fully and have been a part of the S5 team for the last month. Unofficially, it's been kind of almost 2 months technically, but whatever. For you going into S5, what's that kind of experience been like between the planning, working alongside of Foon and Skeggs to develop this new campaign the unit's going into? What's that been like? Obviously, there's only been one op, but let's
There's
pick
only
your
been one
brain for
op, but it's been a massive knee jerk. In previous units I've used for, you just kind of make shit up the day of or the day before, and here we plan we storyboard a couple weeks in advance. And obviously sparing details for the sake of spoilies, but it's a lot more it's different between riding SMEAX, getting objectives correlated, working with the other Zeus's to build our story, build our plot, build our important characters, locations, back end things. The part of the story that the 13th doesn't actually see, but they hear about through the environmental, it's massively different. And to go from just the guy who shows up on Saturdays to the guy who works, Saturday through Tuesday to get all that planned, it's a jarring difference. It is a notable jarring difference.
Now, with that experience, and I've heard you talk about it before, how is it working with several Zeuses, or at least multiple Zeuses at once? Is that a new experience, or just different because of the 13th?
I'm used to Zeusing pretty much by myself. Having a second Zeus takes so much more of the load off than I thought it would. Just having a guy who can dedicate to responding to agony call-ins, or have a guy who can dedicate to unfucking whoever got stuck under a rock, takes so much effort off of me, or I take so much effort off of the other Zeus I'm working with, so they can keep the pressure up, they can keep the proverbial mortars firing, so on and so forth. It's a world of change that I honestly thought would be more of a hindrance than help.
And I feel like you'd be right on it if you guys didn't go through the same kind of training process, right? Because here's the thing: everybody comes into something and it's like, yeah, I've got 5,000 hours in Arma. I've been Zeusing for half of that, and it's like, cool, but do you know how the 13th Zeus is, right? And it seems a little dumb to those who have hundreds, if not thousands, of hours, but it sets you on a baseline of, okay, I know what these guys know, and from there you guys just coordinate as you need to, which I think is pretty different. Again, I haven't been in the Arma community for long because I've just been here in the 13th for in exactly now, let me see, like 16, 18 days from now will be 4 years. But from my memory, Zeusing was pretty chaotic for the most part, especially if there was ever more than one Zeus, and there'd always be some drama or nonsense. But I feel like here it's pretty solidified, and there's a pipeline that everybody goes down, everyone has experienced, and you know how to work with these people from the get-go.
Yeah, it also helps because, like, before an op or while we're planning each operation, we know every op, who's doing the support assets, who's doing the primary combats. We know who's doing these roleplay events, who's doing just generic things. Having that communication beforehand saves so much of the headache and drama that I'd done in the few times I did Zeus with someone else in the past. Just from that little bit of communication.
Oh yeah.
Also, Reed calling out the proverbial mortars.
Just don't get mortared, goober. Like, just figure it out. You hear IDF, you just lay down and pray. Anyway, that's too much milk for my sim, I guess, but I digress. Now, on the flip side of that, Mr. Charlie, Sir Charlie, you've been platoon commanding and ground commanding for a hot ass minute, admittedly alongside Gunner Sergeant Venom. How has that experience been personally for you? I mean, again, you've gone through the unit, you've gone through the pipeline, you've literally started at step one, which is recruit. You never really skipped through anything. You went through private, PFC, Lance Corporal, Sergeant, and then you went through OCS. How is that experience from a year ago to now, right? Like, so commanding the platoons or the unit's operational scheme, how does that all, if you had to look back on it and encompass it into an aspect for yourself, what is that like?
It's been interesting. I came from a fair bit of like civilian leadership, and civilian leadership is awesome because if you get overwhelmed or you're a little pissed off and you need to gather yourself, you just go into the office and you cool off for a second. You really don't get that option when crows dropping mortars on your head. So it taught me a lot about prioritization and leaning on people around me instead of trying to do everything myself, because I'm really bad for that at my actual job. So just kind of building those relationships and learning that people dynamic. The military science side of things, I will never kid myself into believing I understand it anywhere to the level of somebody like Thune or Venom, but you know, anybody can read books and watch videos. I got a pretty good understanding of the basics, and so the other really rewarding side of being PL has been actually getting to apply that internalized knowledge to operations and coordinate with Tumal, coordinate with EMC, got awesome squad leads, element leads to lean on. All of those, like, you know, balancing the different parts has been really enjoyable for me.
With you coming into it as the platoon commander, what are some pretty jarring differences in your experience going from corporal to second lieutenant? How was it different or the same?
All right, this is 100% a joke, but every one of you need me now. It's a totally different level of coordination. And like I was saying earlier, like I get to fall back on some people, but like the number of times that it's just, hey Charlie, when you get a second, I need you. And I'm already talking with somebody else, and then like before I can even get over there, hey, do you have a second? Hold on, let me get to this, and I'll be with you in a second. It's like the constant piecing the puzzle together and stuff has been really fun. But I do remember First Sergeant Yogi back in the day would tell me repeatedly, he's like, oh, wait till you get on 4 radio nets and you're trying to do that. And I'm like, okay, probably not going to do that. That's cool. And then we had a night where, you know, Venom tried to set his house on fire. That's also a joke. He didn't do that. But Venom had that whole personal emergency, and Booker, jackass society, is going to do AMT and abandon me. So I'm just over here trying to coordinate everything with Yogi, and Yogi's got 4 nuts in his ear, and it's just that level of communication and coordination has definitely been kind of jarring. That was fun.
For the people who are curious in terms of looking at the future of ever going officer route like you and Venom did, and Yogi as well, how would you prepare people going through OCS? Obviously, I would like the regular viewers to understand that there's nothing physically, mentally super stringent about it. If anything, it's more about knowledge, consistency, and patience, right? But from your perspective, Charlie, as someone who has gone through it, what would you say to prepare the next class, if there were to be a class anytime soon?
Try to understand as many of the working parts of the unit as you can prior to starting, from the admin side and how ACE coordinates all of that to the NCO side, and how First Sergeant Gunny coordinate all of that, and find a motivation that isn't, I'm gonna steal a buddy of mine's term, find a motivation that isn't chasing pocket or chest candy. Make sure that you have something internal driving you to it, because if getting there is what your goal is, you're going to be very disappointed when you get there. It's not as glorious unless you have something driving you. It's a lot of work.
What's driving you, Charlie?
Actually, it's funny. Venom and I have talked about this a few times. Both of us have a sense of like pride and admiration for seeing how other people, and more importantly, the entire platoon as a collection has grown. We remember, a year ago looking at our rosters when we were both E3s, and it wasn't a bad roster. Like, we had a good lineup, but we weren't as full. We didn't have as many of the working parts. We didn't have all of the leadership able to fully commit. People just had various things going on, and it was what it was. So for me and Venom, a lot of our kind of passion for these roles just has come from seeing the unit kind of take off. People, from what I can see, people have been kind of hanging around a little bit longer with us, which is really nice, really rewarding to see different names and faces kind of sticking around, or voices as it was. But yeah, that's kind of been my job, just the overall growth and progression as a team.
Yeah, is it seeing it from start to finish? Well, start to now, there is no finish, right? I can certainly say that the unit, for the most part of its history, has had a very solid NCO core and a pretty solid, toot our own horn here, like senior leadership command staff. And I think the really big thing that we had missed for a very long time up until these last 6 to 8 months was like that middle upper I'd say upper control, upper management, upper leadership, right? And you and Venom really fulfilled that gap that was needed. My perfect example, at least on my end of things, is 2 years ago, I don't think I could have missed 1 to 2 ops in a row without the unit kind of dying on itself, right? To now, where I accidentally slept in and open up to it, right? Open the mistake. You never fall for the woman when she's like, yeah, let's just cuddle real quick. Well, that was a mistake. That never ends well, right? Oh no, I missed the op. And I get like a second of like, oh fuck. And then it's like, I'm looking, everybody's still having a good time. Nothing fucking crazy happened. The unit ran exactly as it should without my presence needing to be there. And for me, that is like such a successful, like monumental thing, because for those who have heard and listened to before, there's a lot of units who don't make it past 6 months to a year. It's kind of like the death door, right? There's a lot of units that die at 2 years, 3 years, and so on. But not many of those same units survive without the CO, right? And I think that's probably the biggest thing, is knowing that the unit can survive, even if I were to, not that it's happening anytime soon, but if I were to retire, I believe the unit would still be in a very good hands as it currently sits. So, Charlie, Venom, honestly, everyone, especially in here and those watching, you should guys, give your all selves a huge pat on the back and towards each other, because none of this would be possible without you guys, and you guys have done a fantastic job to just keep it going. In terms of any other questions, I don't have anything else at this time. Maybe you guys have come up with something, but Crow, Charlie, do you guys have any questions or thought-provoking shit to ask any people here?
If I come up with anything else, I will, but I do want to ask this. Ace, a year ago when you were Demon Actual, is this something that you ever thought was going to end up happening?
Well, you being PL?
Yeah, this whole dynamic, like the whole UAA, the whole full platoon that we have now, like none of that was something that was on my radar at the time.
Well, I didn't think anyone would be PL at the time, but I definitely knew you would have been either demon actual or you would have just been a squad leader in general. Because that's what I was kind of training you up for. Those last kind of when we had demon as infantry squad, if you remember, like I think that last week, I was like kind of getting your foot in the door for squad leading. Because it was about when I got AA back, and I was gonna fully transition back into it. Remember one up, I had you as an ASQL, and I was like giving you tips and stuff. So I definitely knew you were going to be a squad leader, but platoon leader, not like I said, I didn't think we'd ever have one again, or like an official one, at least not for a while. So I didn't think about that, but yeah, that was not in my mind.
Out of everybody here, in terms of billet, you and I go, or you go the furthest back with me at least. I didn't really have a direct connection with most of the rest of you when I was E2, rightfully so.
Yeah, you peasant. Stay down there. Yeah.
I remember you were in
E4
Black
Mafia for life, only in guest chat.
I
think
do.
you became. Charlie,
I
remind me, were you team leader already when you came over to Demon? Like when we opened it up?
I was like penciled in for 1-3 at the time, but we never had enough people to run it, and then we went to the, what is it? The new squad format called Cap.
Nah, we didn't do that. We did that after
Marine Littoral Regiment. Yeah.
Yeah, that was after. That was after all that. I think.
Yeah, the MLR program.
Maybe I just got pulled from 1-3 and moved to 3-1 then. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know you weren't a corporal.
No, it's...
But I knew. Yeah, you weren't a corporal, but I don't remember if you were like a team leader yet.
I think I was definitely a team lead.
I think you were going through the pipeline already. You were like midway through it or something. Because I remember, because I got Bison, whatever the fuck happened to that guy, literally fucked off as soon as he transferred to infantry. Because that was the whole deal. I didn't want to be left without a team leader, so I got him as an NCO. He was a corporal, and then you were coming through the pipeline to be like just the other team leader. So I think that's what it was. I think you were going through it. You were like midway through it, you just got your MT done or something like that. That's what happened.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like right after that when all of a sudden I started having all of the interactions with you guys and actually kind of hanging around the 13th. And
you remember any fun little leadership things I gave you to do? To kind of
you mean your busy work, or
if you want to call it that? If you want to call it that, yeah. But it was,
I do remember. I do remember some of the thought-provoking questions, and then like walking me through a lot of the admin stuff, which honestly was really good too. Because if it wasn't for you, I don't think I would have actually known a lot of the admin stuff. Like Cap taught, she was like 3 of us or something. And this admin course, you taught it yourself, and I remember going all the way through the end of it, and I'm like, okay, that was a good admin course. I think I know all of this. A day later, gone. Because I didn't actually do any of it.
Poof.
Yeah. Well, I remember there was some things like, I think I told you.
It's all so self-explanatory until it's asked of you. Until you have to answer it.
It didn't help that Veebs Frankenstein was in the process of coming to life at the time, and so we were like slowly transitioning our old admin to the.
Oh yeah, that was a really weird
Superbot
admin era of the unit of just like half files, half recorded Google Docs, and then half bot. It was just this
I will
fucking
say,
Frankenstein.
I've delved through the unit's drive a couple times just out of boredom, seeing what's there, seeing what ancient relic is no longer used, blowing dust off of old boxes like it's fucking Indiana Jones' museum. And some of the things I see in there is like so much more complicated than just / training completed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so much easier now.
We used to record everything.
Yeah. You know, Cap, I was thinking about it. I'll get back to you, Charlie, in a second, but I was thinking about it the other day. Like, I really like Veeb's his bot and all that. But I don't know, something just feels wrong about using it. I just feel like really lazy compared to what we used to do.
I feel
Because,
like, the same way sometimes.
It's gone
That's
full
it.
circle.
Anti-machine policy
No,
coming in.
no, listen to these two fucking SNCOs, bro. They've gone full Wilson circle to where like they're starting to embody their fucking rank persona. Like the whole like just the idea of like this is
Back
too
in my
easy.
day.
Come here, fuckface.
Well,
You're gonna do
there's
it the
a
old
certain-
way.
There's a certain like level of like how do I say of immersion and like gratitude of like, oh, we're promoting this guy today. Like, and I get to go in there and type his name, type in that he's getting pushed up to a sergeant or corporal or something, right? There's a certain level of like, this is cool. This feels right, and this guy deserves this. And there's no way that like anyone gets the same level of gratitude out of just like / promote. Or slash request promotion. Like, bro,
Well, I know
like,
exactly.
it takes me a minute, but I like typing in the name and being like, this guy deserves this shit.
Well, I'll give you
Filling
the
out the
exact
paperwork.
moment. It was recent where I just thought about it. It was I was putting someone on AWOL, and I have my own personal Discord where I just keep a bunch of stuff, and I have a lot of copy and pastes in there, and that's what I'd always do. I go into my own Discord, or if I see someone's on AWOL, I do the stuff on the Zaro, the Google Sheet, change the name to red and all that, put them on the little tracker, and then I go to Discord, go to the AWOL chat, go to my Discord, copy and paste the message, paste it in there, and then delete the template name, and then put in the person's @ and then press enter. And then when I was thinking, and then when I did, I was like, wait a minute, oh yeah, that's right, Veeves just made the AWOL thing. And I just said /AWOL at the person, and that was it. And I was like, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like I'm doing enough. That's what it felt. I was like,
That's too
what the
easy.
fuck? This is too easy.
That's
Or
just some
read
old
in
head
the
shit.
chat.
Or
We need to
read
make
in
this more
chat.
complicated. It's not something I needed to hear.
Like,
This is, see,
it
that's
wasn't-
part of the milsim though. Is like
It was
the
a rite
SNCOs
of
are bitching about how
passage.
easy. Yeah,
It was a rite
It was
of passage.
like,
oh
like
my
there was
God.
something
doing-
hard
no,
about
no,
me.
hold on.
the
Hold on.
more
There
you
was a-
talk, the deeper the hole gets.
Yeah.
there
I
was
used
a
this.
certain
This used to
rite
be
of-
harder.
There was a certain rite of passage about doing like a qual attendance and putting in the wrong one because you couldn't find the previous one.
Oh,
was like, is
The
this
fact
the
that you just
fourth,
used the
the
phrase
third?
"rite of passage" tells me everything I need to know about you.
That's all right. That's all right.
So what I'm hearing, Veebs, is they want to get rid of the bot to go back to the old way.
no.
Is what I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
I
get rid
just
of the
go
bot.
back,
I'm
so I
gonna
have
buy
no
a
clue
filing
what
cabinet
anyone's
for my
talking about.
office and dedicate it to the 13th, like an in-person
like-
paper filing cabinet.
There was
You got a DM
nothing
bro,
hard.
we need something.
There was nothing hard about what I described the old way, like going and copy and pasting. It was just there was a lot more steps in there, and now it's just
It
like,
just
oh,
felt so much more.
It's
It
a lot less
felt like I
tedious.
was walking to my office and putting it on
I felt
another
like I was
person's
doing
desk.
something.
So
Yeah,
delete
yeah,
the
it
bot.
felt a
Alright,
lot
tracking.
more than what it
Bot
is
right
now.
now.
Delete the bot. All of the work gone.
Like you're
But
gone.
but back
2 years in the
back
making.
to-
Ribbons
back to
gone.
what I was saying with
Scrap.
Charlie.
Pretty soon.
You said busy work, but I remember I remember one of the things I gave you was I made it sound like all fancy, but I was like, yeah, go make sure everyone marked. That was basically like one of the things I told you to do. Or like every week I gave you something to do. To kinda, like,
In all fairness, it was like the Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off thing. Like some of
Yeah.
it was
Hold
busy
on.
work, but
No.
the fact that
Vigil put in the fucking comments. We should, whenever y'all do anything, y'all should have to fax it to each other.
That's what sparked my getting a filing cabinet joke. Was that comment there?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna get a fax machine just for 13th Command.
no.
All right, so
That's not- that's
I've got a
forward.
question for both Crow and Charlie.
Send it.
What is your most favorite moment in op since becoming a leader?
Crow, take it away.
I'm gonna give you two answers. One that I just thought was really funny. We were in one of the last ops fighting the PLA, and I was standing next to Cannabis, and I just finished stabilizing Cannabis. He'll wake up in a minute. I take 2 steps to my left to go towards someone else, and then I watch a missile render in front of me. And I have a clip of that somewhere. It's really funny to me because Brecker walks up a few seconds later and goes, "Haha, you're fucked," and walks away. Like half a second later. And he's like, he was right. He knew he couldn't save me, so he just left. I don't blame him. As far as actually like from a leadership perspective, watching me and 1 or 2 other corpsmen keeping all 20 some odd Apollo guys alive. We had 1 casualty that op, I think. Is like the crowning achievement of what I think we can do, and I'm so proud of that to this day.
Yeah, that was you, me, and Pleb.
Was it just us 3?
Yeah, it was all NCOs.
Okay, well, it makes sense now. I
was
can't
all
remember who it
leadership.
was exactly.
Dude, to the point of the people being so fucked, there's no point even saving them. I've had so many times when I come up to a guy and I was like, all right, let's try to save this dude. And then I like open up his card or his body and I'm like, oh, yeah,
Never mind.
I don't really, I don't know if I can save you, dude. Like I just kind of like, oh, it's like I see in the movies where like they see like they. Like one of the scenes in Brand of Brothers, like the guy is like walking out of like the shop after like taking like a rocket launcher, and he's like half of his legs gone, his arms missing, or something.
Come here,
And then
buddy.
the other
You'll
2
be
dudes
fine.
walk by, and they're like, oh, you're fine. Yeah, just come sit down. Like that's kind of like how I go into feeling it.
The
It's
funny
like
thing
I don't want
is,
to tell them, yeah, you're gonna die. I'm not gonna help you, but I can't be like, oh yeah, you'll be fine. Because I'll just be lying.
the funny thing is, Ace, I've been knocked out, and you've done that to me a couple times, and I've gotten back
Dude,
up.
I do that to everyone. Well, I can't. Well, I usually say unless I get a corpsman over here, you're gonna die. Because a lot of times I come over there, it's like, yeah, I can only do so much to help this person alone. It's kind of my thing with it. Or that's how I'm like if there's a corpsman next to me or like with me, I'm like, okay, yeah, we got a chance. It's just me. Yeah, you're cooked.
Did Charlie answer the question yet?
Unless a
No, no,
helicopter lands on you.
Charlie has not answered the question
So
yet.
funny that you mentioned that, Veebs. So squad leader and fire team leader Charlie had a reputation for getting himself killed because he was a forward-leading Marine. Hoorah!
The amount of times
So-
I heard, I would ask the pilots, "Hey, who's being reinserted?" The amount of times,
You don't have to
disproportionately, it was Charlie. It was ridiculous.
Early.
All right, so
Charlie.
with that said, so when I became PL, there were a bunch of jokes about keeping an eye on me because I have a tendency to die, and so in an effort to prove those jokes wrong, played it very, very safe for the first 2 ops. On the second op, somebody proceeded to shoot down a helicopter. I decided that the only LZ in the entire area was apparently on my face. So the only time that I died that up was being landed on by a helicopter, and none of you fucks would let me live it down. Because I
Dude,
kept
I'm
talking
telling
shit
you.
about not dying, and everybody was messing with me
Dude,
about it.
having a helicopter crash on you is just a rite of passage for
first
senior
time.
leadership.
That
Yeah,
is-
like Ace and Yogi looking at you first time, like on the fucking gallows.
That's one of the jokes.
I really wish I had metal back then, but I distinctly remember being in an op. We were sitting on a hill. I was part of a team with setting up an SPF, and I look up, and I'm watching an AH-60 fly towards my face.
Dude, it's just something about being in a leadership position. You're just subject to being shot at and getting
It's
down.
the
more.
radio.
Not even that,
Radio.
dude. It's like, you know, the whole bit of like oh, snipers will target officers or whatever. It's just like the same thing here. The AI, they just
Yeah.
know you're in some form of like
Apparently so the
importance, and they're
crashing
gonna come
bird.
out and
Crow-
aim at you first.
This happened recently. Crow was doing the ribbons and shit for the alphas, and he DM'd me. He was like, "Why do you have 4 fucking purple hearts?"
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck, Yogi?
At least 3 of those are rockets that hit my forehead, and they somehow got me back alive. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you're about to see it in the actual clip right here, or semi soon. I think.
So
maybe
3 of them are from
if they're
rockets.
at where I think they're at.
3 of them are from rockets. 2 of them are from helicopters.
No, I only have 4 though. Unless you're filing a 5th this time.
Oh, wait.
I remember,
Spoilers
my
be
card.
like,
I remember
What?
it happening to you when you got to the town, Yogi. Like something happened to you because we were like mid convo, and then you just shut up real quick, and we looked down at you, and you're just on the floor. I think Ace was next to you as well. I think it was a grenade or a mortar or something.
Oh no! What happened was, well, I think is what you're referring to. We were the whole platoon, whole element pushed into the town. Me and Yogi were still up on like a cemetery ledge or something, and like a cliff, and we were just looking down in there, and there was we didn't see anything in the town, and just out of nowhere, a fucking rocket comes up to us. I like moved, but I didn't see it coming. I was just moving because we were about to head down into the town. And I moved behind Yogi to get going, and boom, right in fucking front of me. It was the most like actual like not like actual PTSD, but I was like shell shocked. I was like, oh, because I saw the rocket like right before it blew up, hit Yogi, knock him down, but it didn't knock me down. I was still fine. I was like all yellow, but I was like good for the most part. And then Yogi literally took a rocket for me. It was insane. And I
That
think for like
1,000-yard stare.
Exactly, dude. For a solid minute, I don't think I even did anything because I was just baffled that I wasn't down. But I was like pretty fucked up still. I was like, how the fuck am I alive?
I remember that op.
My 1,000-yard stare moment was when Ace was bragging about constantly like, yeah, now that Cap's on the ground. Like I hadn't been on the ground in maybe like 6 months for whatever reason. And you know, Ace is just like, I don't finally have to ground command. I can finally relax. And like, you're the one who's gonna die. And I have a theory, a fan theory, or whatever the fuck you were saying at the time. And I shit you not, we're like maybe half an hour into op, maybe on Tanoa. There's a fucking Chinese attack helicopter is flying by on fire, getting shot at by Tuma. They had ran out of missiles or something. So they were trying to use guns with whatever fixed wing was going on, and it flies over, and I'm like, huh, that was weird. All right, anyway, hey, we're gonna prep to move. Blah blah blah. Communicating. Ace is running ahead of me. 2 minutes pass as we're running down this street. That same helicopter flew back around, still on fire, spins out, fucking nosedives into Ace that is 100 yards in front of me, and I remember being so baffled by what I just bore witness to. I just stared for maybe a second and was like, I need a Corman on my pause, and I just fucking blurting out my grin. It was the dumbest fucking moment ever, and it was in that moment I realized that Ace was just a prone target for the AI, because there's no way that you could just brag about yeah, Cap, you're the one who's gonna get fucking smoked because you're leading the op. Ace helicopter crashes on him. Not like it glided into him. No, that bitch teetered up and smashed into Ace. It was absolutely fantastic.
I saw it coming, and I didn't know if I should stop or if I should keep going or turn around, but I kept going, and it still hit me. It was like it locked on to me.
That leads me into
Like
a
it
question
didn't feel
for you,
like
Cap.
it didn't matter.
Given you are still S5 Hotel, but you're not going to be primary Zeusing for a while, and pretty much just stepping out of the oh shit moments. Are you excited to go back to ground?
I am. I'm definitely excited to be part of the ground element again, at least for a significant longer portion of time. Now, obviously, I'll step in as Zeusing when necessary in emergencies, of course, but it has been so long, and I had debated on how I wanted to handle like being on the ground again. but I came to the decision that until the second platoon was even, you know, a thing, right? Like mechanized was even a fully operating second platoon. I'm not going to bother taking over the mantle of what, you know, Venom and Charlie have been doing very well together, and it's what I've trained them to do. This is the whole point of them going through OCS, so I'm not just going to take that away from them. But obviously, I will assist and adjust as needed, because that is fundamentally my role as the CO, right? Is to support everybody else and ensure that they're doing their tasking as they have, you know, been taught. I'm excited. Yes, Charlie.
I will say this: he's so
Hey.
excited he fell asleep the first stop.
Right?
Hey, women, but
So you
anywho,
missed the mortar hell.
I lost my train of thought as I was.
dude, are you high right now, dog? Like,
No, you just kept droning on, dude.
droning on.
Unironically,
No, I'm just.
unironically, the clip where I get fucking smoked in the head by rocket while on a cliff edge is in the is currently playing, or not
Oh,
not
is it
the
this
clip,
op?
but it's
It is this op.
it's this op.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's like maybe
Thanks,
10
Fox.
minutes from now.
Literally during the assault of this town.
yep.
Oh my god, dude. Fucking. Charlie, do you remember? Do you remember or no? What was your question? All right, you're cooked, buddy. Okay. With that being said,
That's fine.
Crow, Charlie. Yeah, I know. Crow, Charlie, do you guys
That's
have
something
any
to do
other
with
questions
command.
for your command team? That's a. All right, just keep thinking about it. Does anybody in
Yeah, I'm
command
trying
have
to.
questions for them?
I think I think
What's everyone's thoughts on Emu?
You fucking this guy.
Go there.
Yeah,
like
get him
chicken.
out of here. Welcome to the first podcast, Beebs. Get the fuck out. Bread.
He said
What
two
do they
words
feed
the whole
PLA?
podcast.
Bread. You think they feed the PLA? That's crazy.
Whatever MREs they capture.
What PLA? We nuked them all.
Yeah, they
Not
got
doing
nuked
White.
thanks to White. It was great. It was fantastic.
I get
Charlie, your
50
question had something to do with ground commanding.
Yeah, it was something along the lines of like if you didn't have to ground command, what's like a part of the unit you'd like to interact with or be a part of like more, but I can't remember the exact like wording that I was going to go with.
Like if I wasn't
Like
the CO.
Yeah, like if there was something that you could do within the unit that didn't have to do with ground commanding.
Oh,
Well, I know the answer to this. Not medical.
what do you think it is?
Not
Oh,
medical.
not medical.
Anything but EMC.
Yeah.
Don't do JTAC.
I think I'd say squad leader, fire team lead. One of those two. I think it's enough. It's just one of those weird things of like being CO for so long. You kind of get used to the well, no, you don't, but you try to get used to the fucking woes of like people in Milsim. And there's just something about the simplicity of, you know, fire team leader and or squad leader position. Like as a team leader, you just need to listen to what your squad leader tells you. But as a squad leader, it's that first small, like independent, like unit tactic level, right? You can make up fundamental, like tactical decisions. And I kind of like that part because you're you know it's still super important, but you have enough discretion and control to train and utilize your men as you see fit, but you're also not the one who's going to get smoked out all the time for the most part, depending on your
you don't have
leadership.
to fucking
If you're
you
doing
don't
it
have
right.
the weight on your shoulders
Yeah,
or the whole weight of the op on your shoulders.
pretty much. And it just multiplies as you go higher, and that's never really changed because until, you know, Charlie and Venom came along, and well, until a lot of other people came along, I used to just ground command all the time for my first year, and that was only with like 20 people. And as more and more people came along, and it became more and more complicated, and as we went through more and more Zeuses, etc., etc. So, if I wasn't being the CO, I'd say probably FTL or squad lead.
All right, here's a question for both.
Question for Charlie.
All right.
Here's a question for both
Oh.
Charlie and Crow. If you
All right,
could
go white beams.
if you could join if you could go do another element, what would it be?
I have this already. Hands down, I would love to go to Fortress.
Be an OG idea for Fortress. He knows about that now. Heavy weapon.
I want a fucking mortar, bro.
We could tell.
Hey,
It'd actually be really cool if we did have.
You know what's better than a mortar?
mortars in game, but like dynamic mortars, I guess, or what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Portable
Ones we could actually use.
Yeah.
yeah, just man-made or man-portable 60s.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't want to answer your question.
Why?
Because to be brutally honest with you, I don't think that I've ever considered anything else in the 13th besides infantry. You don't want me patching you up, and you don't want me flying, and as much fun as tanks are, I feel like if I'm not actively shooting at something, I'm gonna get a little bored. I like the risk and action of infantry.
Charlie, no offense.
Forgotten
But
S6 moment.
It takes a
L.
What's
It takes-
S6?
yeah,
Communications.
Charlie. It takes a certain type of person to be an EMC, and you just don't
That's
have
fair.
that. You just don't have that personality.
And he called you lesser.
Yeah,
You hear
because
that
he's a
shit?
killer. 'Cause Charlie's a killer.
no, I mean honestly, White is right though,
I'd
which is
take
a
life,
terrible
bro.
phrasing to say. Ensign White is correct in the matter of you have to like being the support character. My first 7 ops in a unit, I counted. I didn't fire a single round, not once. I was just watching the team the whole time.
Yeah, Charlie's a human fighter.
I guess, to be fair, if I was gonna do anything else, it would probably be S6, just because I think it's the only thing that mimics the, you
It's
know,
more
the. Well, yeah, it mimics
No,
the
it's
like
not.
intensity, and I mean, obviously, you guys are still getting into shit because Lynx dies like every 30 seconds in every op. So
It's because the
Why'd
whole
you
point
say
of his
fuck
job
me
is
for?
to be. It's because the whole point of his job is to be up front and in the shit because he's the fucking FO.
he's really, really good at that first sergeant. Trust me.
I know.
Exactly where I keep finding his ass.
I reinsert him at least once an op. But that's where I want to see him, so that's
Yeah,
good.
because
Man,
he goes down
dies of once in a op.
at least.
Shit. He gets knocked out like 4 times an op.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
have to
Dude,
actually
he's
talk
the
about
reason
that.
why our KD is
Like,
so low.
Ironically, I may have to talk to him about that. Because
I'm
dying
blowing
from
up
his
the
shit.
numbers a little bit because it's always when he's with Ace. I'm not gonna lie. Like I find
Oh, yeah, well,
Lynx
Ace
and
dies a lot.
Lynx and Ace,
Ace
all
dies
the
a
time.
lot.
yeah. We need
Dude,
to.
it's
we
because
need to,
I'm up there in the shit with him because I just attached myself to be his battle buddy. So
we need
we're
to
always
split
in the thing
Lynx and
together.
Ace up.
You guys constantly
Nah,
dumb
dude.
shit.
Nah,
You're
dude, it's just
usually
no.
ahead.
I was
It's too much
no,
munition.
I was
extraction.
joking with him last op. We're just the harbingers of like death and destruction because we were together. As soon as we guys like the first part of the op, we weren't together, but as soon as we got to like those barracks, the mortars started happening.
Yeah, we need.
I was actually about
It
to
was just,
say,
like,
I don't want to
instant.
from an SI perspective, I don't want to call anybody out specifically, but there was 3 times I saw someone that was like 100 meters away from their fire team by themselves, and I went, "You're getting fucked." And like 3 or 4 guys would turn a corner.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There was
I'm gonna make an executive decision right now. Ace and Lynx need to be split up because if they both go down, we cannot get a hold of them at all. Like
I
Ace,
am
where you at?
using my
Bro,
Butterbar
anytime-
privilege.
You can make that call.
Ironically, Ace and Lynx were not any of the ones that were off by themselves.
I'm usually off by myself.
At
I'm
one
running in
point-
between everybody, but
Yeah,
I'm
we
Corey, you
don't
can call
try
me
to go
out.
off together by ourselves. It's not
I'm
like
by
our
myself
goal.
a couple. I'm by myself a fair bit, but I'm usually behind, like well behind.
Braces,
Listen, you all
thanks
hear
for the
Crow
bloody
laugh?
eardrums, Ace and Lynx, by the way.
I like
There was
how
one point.
I like how we tell everybody that not to go off by themselves, but yet me, Ace, Yogi, we're always off by ourselves usually.
What's the difference
There was
between
one
being by
point
yourself
last
and
Saturday
going
I
by
should have
yourself?
gotten kids.
Yeah, requirement of the service.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I
Yeah,
yeah.
from what I had
what Crow
appears.
said, I don't say. I don't think I go by myself alone. I just.
Yeah, okay,
or,
buddy.
wait, what would you just say?
Sure.
What did you just say, Crow? Say what you said again.
There's a difference between being by yourself and going by yourself. White, you are by
Exactly.
yourself because you're running between team and team. Yogi, you are by yourself because you're behind the elements. You're not Major SNES. running
Major
300
SNES.
meters the rest
Exactly.
of the
Where's
formation.
Foon? Somebody get Foon. Hide the dog. Hide the dog. All right. Other questions?
God damn it.
Oh yeah. Charlie, hello. So I have a two-parter. Now, same question but in different circumstances. My question is, what do you find most annoying about platoon leading? We've had all the good. I want to hear the bad, the nitty-gritty, and that one is in the sense of, you know, just generally what is annoying. And the second part of that, is there anything in the game's functionality itself that you think could make it easier? Because either that be a base game armor thing, a modding thing, an S3 thing. Because I'm looking at, like, you know, the stream here, and kind of I'm going around marking buildings as clear, and I was like, oh, what if, you know, we added something where you can ace interact and then just automatically set a building to clear, like things like that. Like, is there anything you think could make your job easier, functionality wise? Yeah, don't respond to the
Most
same you.
No, you're most of what could actually make my job easier would be done more on like the planning and admin side of things. Like, for example, me and Gunny need to get together and put a like map planning board SOP together so we can kind of standardize some of these icons and things like that. As far as actually implementing S3 mods or anything like that, I can't really think of anything. The marking buildings is something that we just need to return to. We've got essentially three new element leaders, not to write off Poon or anything, but he's been developing sketch for a while here, so I think we just need to kind of return to that SOP and actually start implementing it again. As far as the most annoying part about being PL, it's not even annoying. I don't think that there really is an annoying part of being PL. I think the most just consistently challenging part of being PL is not falling back on the same known, tried and tested tactics for every operation. Trying to find just a little bit of a different spin or dynamic to keep things a little bit more variable so that we're not just fucking hitting the same place over and over again. Or at least it doesn't feel that way.
LM.
I think that's... Yeah. Shut up, Bryce.
All right, face the wall. That's it.
But yeah, I think that's the only thing that's a little bit like kind of challenging, and it feels at times a little tedious because I'm like, oh well, we'll just do that. I'm like, we can't do that for the third time this operation. Think of something else, and that's where it kind of gets a little like, oh fuck, I don't know what to do. But that just kind of falls into the planning and co-ash side of things that we all know.
Yeah, it must be tedious as fuck.
Not tedious,
job
just
description,
hard
I
to
guess.
avoid repetition. Yeah.
You know, I gotta say, Charlie, a line charge is pretty effective.
Until you shoot the charge, and then everyone's fucked.
I
All
mean,
right.
honestly,
the
I've done
AI, the AI only targets like one person. I mean, someone's definitely gonna die, but the rest will live.
Kenny, I was thinking about just having you lead the war and send to a bonsai charge. The rest of us will watch and see how it goes.
All right.
All right.
Anyway, so
W.
my final question to you guys before we go to our beautiful spin the wheel portion of the podcast. Crow, as far as you joining and why you joined and became a leader, Charlie kind of answered it already, but what for you, like fundamentally, what is your goal? Like what rank do you want to attain? What position do you want to hold? What do you want to be doing? Let's just say a year from now in the unit. What is your fundamental goal from a year from now?
Bear in mind, I have it on record of what you want to do, so that better line up.
Yeah.
You could say something really funny here.
I don't remember what I said, so I'm just gonna give you an honest answer. I want White's job.
Fuck you. Nope.
Yes.
You may
that's the
remember when I was
wanted.
at E2, I tried to take OCS, and the quote Charlie gave earlier of chasing chest candy is a quote from me. I like the feeling of doing good and being recognized, so in a year's time, I want to achieve rank, I want to achieve commission, I want to lead a significant element. That is my long term.
Okay, fair enough.
I can see Chief, but you're not getting my ensign job. Nope, sorry.
Answer,
Sorry, I'll take Lieutenant
answer these
Commander.
balls. I'm sorry, Charlie. For you, you're in a
Fuck
more you're in a more
Right.
dynamic predicament when it comes to what your kind of future holds, right? Because really, there are avenues open to you, but you're at that stage of, you could possibly go warrant. You can, step down from PL. You could possibly go, XO, assuming that there's, viable candidates for OCS that could take those positions of you and Venom's billets. Or you could be in the same position as you are right now upon your own desires, right? And assuming that you guys are still maintaining the standard. For you, where would you like to see yourself in a year from now, or what are you doing in the unit a year from now?
If in a year I am still PL, that is in no way a problem. As long as I get to keep touching Venom. As far as progression options, I guess I could see like EXO down the line, as you said, if we had the OCS, but I'm at a really nice place in the unit now where I'm focused on internal development and not really my own progression anymore. I'm pretty happy with the kind of middle spot that I've found myself in.
Okay. With that being said, that will bring us over to the finalization of this podcast. Let's go ahead, White, and take it to the wheel of cookie dough. Make sure you share your screen, White, so we are caught up in real time, and we are not a minute behind like we were last time.
Yeah.
All just sitting here in suspense.
The wheel turns, and then we all have like a minute late reaction, like, oh,
Yeah,
I
White
was
was like,
wondering what happened.
White was like, oh wow, and they were like, uh huh.
uh-huh.
Hey, it's my first time
Alright.
hosting a podcast in a year, okay?
Oh, jeez. All right, everybody gets one because we have so many fucking people in here. As usual, we'll start off with the guest, Crow, Charlie, then everybody else up, down. So, Crow, who do you think it's gonna be?
So bright.
Just because it's gonna be really, really amusing to me, I'm gonna go with Reed.
Reed, okay. Get the teacher on the podcast. Hear his Succulent voice. I'm very upset that when he
Smell.
turns into a gooner goober like me, with like the way his voice tunes, it sounds exactly like mine, and that bothers me a lot for some reason.
The clip of him impersonating you.
Dude, I thought that was me. He thought it was me.
That's so fucking funny. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Reed.
All right, Reed's. There's Reed. Charlie.
I mean, it would only be fitting after me and Crow if it was Reed and Venom. So there's my pick.
Oh, there you go. Reed and Venom. Ace.
Spicy.
Oh fuck. That thing.
That thing
Yogi.
is wild.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, I keep wanting Reed in here. He'd be fucking hilarious in here.
All right.
Not on a school night.
Fucking.
On a school night.
Not on a school night. That might be a problem. Fuck.
Not our problem.
Thebes.
I would like to see either Foon, because I feel like that'd be funny, or Viper.
God.
Also, I'm still sad that I never got picked on this wheel. It was racist. Anyway, that's
Yeah,
how
I'll just tell you it was. Anyway, what do you got, White?
Let's go with Aurora.
Okay.
Ooh. That'd be a good one.
Soccer.
Let and here.
Soccer, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot you were here.
Yeah, the Morgan on patches, bro. Chilling.
He's chilling. He's doing ad Nork during a podcast. This guy doesn't stop. Shout out S3.
Yeah, I thought Veeves does all the work though.
Hey,
I guess.
hey.
Yeah, what
I've
is
been busting ass for the last 3 days.
You know, there's one thing that
Bot
S3
broke.
and S6 have in common. What's that? But I digress. Soccer, who'd you say?
Cannabis.
Cannabis? Yeah, that'd be always a fun
Mhm.
time. Yep. For those who don't know, shout out to Cannabis. He had a baby girl a few weeks ago. Yeehaw.
Oh, what? I didn't know that. Good shit.
Yeah. Yep. Baby girl was born, so he's got 2. We got 2 more recruits in the future. Arma 20, Arma. Who am I kidding? Arma 4 will be the main thing out. There won't be an Arma 5 by the time they're old enough.
Yeah.
Cannabis was in
who-
labor for a while.
Who am I gonna pick? I'm gonna pick Booker. Yeah.
Booker?
We're gonna be
Yeah.
hilarious.
I need to hear. It's just.
Alright, I'm gonna shuffle these up real quick. Alright, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Spin that Crayola.
Come on, I know American Psycho will be picked.
Oh shit! Oh, I think
God
that's the
damn
first
it!
time
Fuck!
that somebody didn't get picked who was guest on by the crew. That's actually crazy. All right, so that's Grayson.
It was my
White, are you
pick,
doing the
too.
Who
announcement?
is that guy?
Yeah, I'm saving
I
it right
hate
now.
wheels.
Give me
Fuck,
one
yeah.
second.
All right, Grayson, we're coming for those booty cheeks. I mean, your vote.
Alright, and then for the backup,
Who's the backup? Here we go. Here we go.
Who's the side hoe?
Spin that hoe.
Side hoe.
Oh my god! 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 Peepers. What the hell?
Peepers is on LOA still.
Spin it again.
Spin again.
Side hoe.
Back up 2.
Yeah.
2.0. Come on, baby.
Who backs
come
up the
on.
backup?
There it is.
Vesperi.
Vesperi. Yep. Chat, we're cooked. All right. We've got Grayson and Vesperi set up for the next time that the wheel comes out. Remember, folks, it is once every 2 weeks. It is not every week. All right. The unit's birthday is coming up in February 20th. So be there, be square. It'll be a good time, fun time. Yeah. 4 years. Fucking crazy. I cannot believe it's been 4 years. Holy shit. With that being said, thank you everybody for watching, tuning in, providing comments and feedback. We appreciate you guys. Y'all have a fantastic night. Rock Hill babies.
like, subscribe,
Let the Eagles descend on my beans. Like,
Do my best.
subscribe.
donate.
To my game on. Donate. Patreon.
Okay.
Logbook.